Hello, Bavar here from the Bavar Quick Take. So I recently informed about the existence of there being a Some Like It Hot musical. If you don't know, Some Like It Hot was a film from the 1950s about these two guys who witnessed the St. Valentine's Day massacre and escaped by sort of dressing up as women and going on this sort of screwball comedy adventure. Now, this has always been one of those influential films because very influential in terms of getting the sort of the Hays Code overturned and such, because it sort of explicitly sort of dealt with these sort of themes that were considered taboo by the Hays Code and was able to make money. And the film industry realized that they did not have to abide by the Hays Code so strictly in order to still make money to a general populace. At the same time, this is very much a movie of its time. It really focuses on a few main gags, and the main gag is the sort of quote unquote man in a dress gag, which sort of very much comes off over and over again throughout the story. And the secondary gag it really sort of focuses in, which is sort of a subset of that man in the dress gag, is the man who's a little bit too into the whole wearing a dress and sort of being a woman thing. And sort of modernizing this thing into a modern day musical, you really have to deal with primarily that second sort of set of jokes and characters with the character of Jeffrey / Daphne. And sort of how do you really sort of deal with that character in a way that does not come off as transphobic to a modern audience while still sort of probably keeping intact some of that. And since I have not seen this musical and I've only recently heard about it and I have not read a plot synopsis or summary, I do wonder how the creators are going to handle this character. If I take a wild guess, the way they're going to handle this character, it would be to really sort of focus on that character sort of discovering their gender identity, whatever, while at the same time have to make it so that it doesn't feel anachronistic, because the play itself is sort of a period play, because it's going to, again, St. Valentine's Day Massacre is sort of the impetus for the entire story in the first place. So it's really going to be so it's one of those plays that's very interesting of how you really handle the character of Daphne and sort of make sure that it does not come off as a sort of grotesque, transphobic sort of stereotype. Even though, like, based on the people who I saw who were writing it, I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to handle it fairly well. But at the same time, it is one of those movies that, like, I always thought you could never remake in any sort of modern context. Thank you very much. Bye.